Hello, everybody. Welcome to Freaky Fast Broadcasting, where we're here tonight with a brand new league here on the Freaky Fast Broadcasting channel. As we are here with the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series as they take on the Daytona International Speedway tonight for 25 laps for their Clash race. As I tell you what, man, it's gonna be a fun battle with 23 outstanding drivers here on the racetrack at the Daytona High Banks here tonight on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. As Man, I'm super excited. I am Zach Hall up in the booth. Alongside me, running the cameras and calling the shots for me will be my partner, Robert Moyer Jr. How you doing tonight, Robert? We should expect to see a great race, I'm expecting, because 25 laps, that is a shootout.
You just took the words right out of my mouth there, sir. 25 laps shootout here at Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. And these guys are going to show the racing world what it is down here at Daytona International Speedway. Where, Zach, man, this is our first race here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, calling all the action here with these guys. So hopefully everybody out there, new and old fans, hopefully you enjoy this show. If you do, you know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and follow and subscribe button on both platforms, and we do much appreciate it. So when we go live with these guys week in and week out, you don't miss any of the action. But all right, Zach, well, we got some storylines here to talk about tonight as this is their Clash race. And I'm looking over some of the stats, and this is going to be their second Adrenaline Clash. Last year, Trenton Jump in the number 46 won the season Adrenaline Clash last year. So he is out in the 46, I do believe, this year. Yes, he is. Right now, he's sitting on third on the list right now.
Yeah, he's looking very good. Like I said, last year's winner of the Adrenaline Clash here. We also got some great plate racers as we got Tanner Johnson, Robert Kennedy, Tyler Tomasi, and Eric Stamp, who have all won races at Daytona or Talladega. So see if any past plate winners can come back here in this Clash race and get a win. Also, you got to remember, tonight got prizes going out for this 25 lap race. Not only is this race about having fun tonight and getting the season kicked off here for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series, they're also going to win some prizes, as you're going to win $50 here tonight for bringing home the checker flag. And you're also, this is really cool. I like this. I was checking this out. You're going to have a choice between 10 regular season points or 5 playoff points. So when we talk to that driver at the end of the race, I want to, kind of ask them, what do they, want to think? Because, we got a 20 round season coming up here in the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. And I tell you what, it's going to be very important to get playoff points. We like playoff points. We see it all the time in series where that is critical to making a playoff run. So I want to see if someone takes a chance and takes those playoff points, saying, I think I'm gonna make the playoffs, so I need those playoff points. Or does someone take the 10 points to try to get into the playoffs? So there's so many different ways of looking how this plays out. It's going to be an awesome season. Like I said, we got 20 rounds coming up next week. Of course, we kick off with Daytona to kick the first week of the season off. But 20 rounds, 13-week regular season, and then we have the 7-week playoffs. So it's going to be really fun. 12 playoff drivers making it to the playoffs, and it's going to be really, really cool to see how it all plays out. You got a lot of stuff going into the season. Like, you got $250 for the driver championship, $100 for the team championship, the best of the rest championship, you get $50. The Adrenaline Clash winner, like we said, $50. Rookie of the season goes $25, and a perfect attendance drawing, which I imagine if you show up to every race, we'll do a random drawing, you'll get $25. So we have a total of $500 being paid out in a prize pool this season here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. So that's really cool to see. And I tell you what, it's going to make the racing very important out here on the racetrack, as we've got about 2 minutes left in this practice before we get ready to head to grid and get these guys started. As I believe we won't be able to show the starting order with our software due to the fact that there's no qualifying, and this race is a set grid. So I'll make sure to go through and let you know where your favorite drivers finish or start, but we won't be able to show the grid exactly like we do every other race.
Chris, thank you very much. We do much appreciate it, and we do appreciate you being here with Freaky Fast Broadcasting with these guys. But yeah, I mean, great rundown line there, Zach, that you just gave us. Man, oh man, $500 all cash and prizes. Oh man,
Yes.
there's so much going on. Bravos to the league owners and the admins for putting this all together. Make sure you check these guys out on iRacing Live portal page. And maybe you could get in to get maybe some of your hands on some of this greedy money. I
Hey.
know that sounded good, but
It definitely. I mean, it's great to see a prize pool for these guys to go out here and put on a show. I mean, that's what they're going to do here tonight. I mean, 25 laps to go out there and get it done. That's the big thing I'm focusing on right here. We got 23 drivers, and remember, these 23 drivers are either playoff drivers or drivers who won a stage, won a pole, I believe, also. So there's this is a select group of 23 drivers here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. So that's going to be, we got to watch how this plays out. I mean, this is a lot of strong contenders here tonight. So really, everybody that's out here on this field can come out of here a winner tonight.
that is correct. Yeah, I mean, okay, well, looks like warm up is over. But I was going to ask you, and it's something we can talk about later as we get ready to grid these guys up here for 25 laps, Zach. As if you want a quick, I do not have the qualifying results because they went right into race, so the data doesn't see the qualifying results. But Zach Hall will run through the qualifying results for everybody out there. So hand her away there, Zacho.
Yes, sir. This is the starting grid here tonight for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series Clash Race. Brockton Packard is going to start on that pole position there in the 24 machine. Alongside him on that front row will be the 54 of Tom Bourne. Third will go to Eric Stamp in the 53. Fourth is going to be Matt Dyer in the 88. Fifth position is going to go to Bronson Stafford in the 61. Sixth is going to be Tyler Tomasi in the 76 car. Seventh is going to be Trenton Jump in that 46. Eighth is going to go to Alex Walter in the 63. Ninth is going to go to Caleb Smith in the 25. 10th place is going to be the 19 of Tyler Stooksberry. 11th will go to Logan Breakey in the 29 machine. 12th is going to be Evan Coleman in the 51. 13th is going to go to Austin Greatorex. 14th will be Braxton D. West or D. Wees. 16th will go to Spencer Hardingson. 17th is Shane Therian. 18th will go to Matthew Rodriguez. 19th position will go to the 52 of Jacob T. Grant. 20th is going to be Dylan A. Browning in the 12 machine. 21st, Jacob A. Hop. And 22nd will be Gilberto Javier Gomera in the 94 machine, rounding out your field in the 22nd position. As we got 22 cars ready to go to battle here tonight on the Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Racing. 2.5 miles of mayhem in action, as I say.
That is very true. All right. Well, what I wanted to ask you before we go green here with these guys, Zach, them playoff points or 10 season points extra, what would you do, man? That I'm telling you, that's got my mind really intrigued right now. As you know, as the season goes along, them extra points can play so much of a factor to get you into the playoffs. Or if you're already in the playoffs, some extra 5 points could. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness gracious!
I think if you're for sure you can make it in the playoffs and you feel very confident, I think the playoff points is the way to go. Build up your back pocket. But if you're worried about being on the edge of making that as playoffs, maybe the regular season points. So that's, like I said, that's something we're gonna have to talk to the winner about.
Yeah,
and I'm intrigued to see how that plays out. I think it's a really cool idea they got going on. But I tell you what, I do know it's a really cool idea getting these guys green flag racing as the pace car is going to pull in this time. And we are going to kick off our 2021 season here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series as the green flag is in the air. Brockton Packard in the bottom lane will lead us to the green flag as they head down to turn 1 here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
They get ready. They're going down into turn 1 for the first time here. 25 laps, side by side, all the way down through. As looks like it's going to have Tom in the 54. On that high side, looks like he's going to fall back to third position, maybe even fall back farther until the field starts getting stacked up and then get these vehicles up to speed. Now you can see him. He's going to start being pushed by the 88 of Matthew right there. He's going to try to give him a nice little shove on the high side going into turn 3 and 4 there, Zach.
Yeah, I want to see how these lanes get moving. You know, that's going to be the key. The energy between these lines. How can they make the runs? It's only 25 laps here. As lap 1 is complete. 24 to go here at the Daytona International Speedway. Things are going to happen fast and furious. We gotta stay up with it. I tell you what, these drivers are going to need to get stuff done quickly, but not too quickly because it can be mayhem. We've seen at Daytona at any moment you can be struck. Pretty much, you know, out. Oh man, as we got a big move from the 24 Brockton Packard. He jumps to the top side to block that top lane there of Tom Bourne, and they're going to get the push down the back straightaway. It looks like that top side's starting to move, but the bottom lane coming back with the 53 here of Eric Stamp.
Oh, yeah. Eric is going to be pushing. He's going to be pushing that 53 of Tom as he's going to push him up to the lead. They're from Florida, hometown of Florida. I cannot say the name of his town there, and I do apologize.
Yeah, sometimes pronouncing things is tough. I can't exactly see it. My eyes are not very pronounced.
Okay. Oh, we have somebody hard into the wall.
Yeah, I think that was definitely some contact back there. It looks like we got some smoke back there, maybe a car just blinking. As man, they're heading down the back straightaway now. It's getting pretty tight up front here too. We got the top lane changing hands to, I believe that is the, I might have to get used to the paint schemes here. I believe that's Caleb Smith in the 25 up on that top lane.
Yes, that would be Caleb Smith. Give us time, too. We need to learn the paint schemes and the names. So every once in a while, you'll hear me talk about a car, and then I have to look at my data to see who I'm talking about. But we will learn them as we go along here, as we got that bottom line right now of Eric in that 53 with last year's winner, Trenton, at 46. Trenton, he is pushing very hard with that Dog Brew. I'm not sure what vehicle is he in. Oh, he's in what vehicle is he in? A Ford. Is he in a Ford? Yes, he's in a Ford. Yeah. All right.
Yes, he is. So, and he's also leading Eric Stamp here, who is a past plate winner here. So, he definitely got the experience out front that has won races here at the plate tracks. And you see Trenton, he did jump out to the outside lane. Here comes Logan Breeke to the back bumper of the leader of Eric Stamp, giving him the nice push down the front straightaway. That outside line is trying to form some type of run here with 21 to go. It's been some great racing so far, a lot of lane changing and trying to get in the right position to go forward. Because like I said, 21 laps here, you know, Daytona is a big track, but that's really not that long. Things happen very quickly here.
That is very, very true, Zach. Things happen very, very fast as they get about 190 to almost 200 miles per hour around this track. And you can see, oh, look at Grant. He is, oh no. And we got the 29 loose, and oh, there's the big one. There's a huge one. We got cars all over each other there, Zach. And oh, man, there is a big one coming out of 4 for the first caution. It's going to be 20 laps to go, as it looks like D-Wiz was Braxton. I'll get his last name right eventually. Was involved into that one there, Zach. So we'll go back here on the freaky fast replay and see exactly what happened here on lap number 5. As, oh, you can see the 29 got bumped by the 52, and that just caused a chain reaction there, sir.
Yeah, that was a lot of chain reaction of bumps in the center of the corner there, and it looks like Logan Breeke was the one who got on the apron there. He actually came out of that pretty nicely by just drifting there on the bottom lane, but you can see, look at the 15 there of Braxton. Yeah, Braxton D-West. I'm sorry, D-Wise.
D-Wise, okay. D-Wise.
Yeah, that's one thing we must say also. We're new here, so if we are pronouncing it wrong, just let us know. And you know, we'll correct that. So, I mean, but this wreck here, Robert, already taken out a bunch of cars, and remember, no fast repairs. So these guys are pretty much, you know, their night could be done if that engine is gone. So it's unfortunate for some guys, but I tell you what, a lot of guys made that through. It could have been a lot worse and a lot bigger of a wreck, as a few cars are going to hit pit road.
Now, do you think it's wise to hit pit road there, Zach? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you got damage, for sure. I mean, you want to get any bit of damage you can get fixed. But you're not going to need no fuel tires here during this 25 laps. So that's definitely something these guys aren't worried about. But I think damage, if you got damage, you want to get that fixed as soon as possible to be as fast as possible in the strap pack.
Well, it also could be too that it has a lot to do with team racing. Maybe some of these drivers want to go in. You might as well get fuel and tires since you're going into the back anyways, and you want to. Oh, I just seen something different too. Caution flags don't count.
Oh, do caution laps not count?
No,
Okay, yeah,
we're back up to 21 laps. So caution laps do not count, ladies and gentlemen. So,
that's a big factor.
okay, yeah, like that totally changes everything. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. I mean that leaves them more time to get stuff done. So I mean, that's pretty cool to see. I like that idea that they implemented with that. So very nice here with 21 still to go at Daytona as we pace around the Daytona International Speedway. And so that was a great start to the race as we put 4 laps in the books, and there was a lot of moving around because I mean you can see just through the lineup, multiple cars moving up through this grid as the field has, went through this first phase of racing.
Yep, that is correct, Zach. And I think a lot of these people were pitting too to also, they might want to get back with their teammates, maybe, get in line, run around with their teammates and try to push somebody that was riding in the back, bring them up to the front, and try to get them up there where they need to be to have a chance to win this. As yeah, my data's gonna go nuts. Okay, I'm gonna explain to everybody right now. My data is gonna go nuts because it's flipping off at me right now in a nice way, but in your data, you're gonna see it on the scoring pylon. It thinks everybody crashed because the caution laps are not being counted. So it's got to cycle the whole system. So you're gonna see names jumping.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
throws the curveball for the system
Yeah.
sometimes with the caution laps like this. So yeah, it's going to jump around a bit, but we'll be able to pay attention into it very nicely. Here's I don't know, Logan Breaky. It looks like maybe
Yep.
he's going to the bottom lane here.
So basically, just to let everybody know out there, when we go back green, give it a lap, half a lap, and the data will update itself then, and you'll see it on the scoring pylon, and it'll fix itself sometimes. So if it looks a little messed up, so I do apologize again. That's nothing. That's out of my hands. It's just the way iRacing sends the info from iRacing server to the data, from the data back to iRacing to us. So that is unfortunately the way it works, but that's the way it works. But I also wanted to say real quick, Zach, as we're getting ready to go back green here, thank you everybody out there on YouTube. We're up to 30 people almost watching on YouTube. We got about 7 to 8 people on Facebook. We do much appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Here with the Gentlemen iRacing League as we are back green here, Zach, with 21 laps to go. As it looks like we got the 29 of Trenton there. He's just going to duck out of the way with that damage that he's got going on right there.
Yeah, Logan Breaky right there in the 29.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some damage that's definitely hurting that car as he's dropping back on the outside lane from that top outer position. So see if he can hang on to the draft here and just try to, salvage something out of this and maybe catch another caution where he can work on that race car. But at the moment, it looks like that 29 going straight backwards at this time.
Yeah, and damage is not your friend at Daytona International Speedway, as we all know. On racing in general, I mean, this is iRacing, laser scan track, laser scan cars, all the way down to the bolts and screws and nuts and everything. So whatever happens out here that happens in the real world, it happens here too. As you can see, if the 29 was in the real world, he'd be falling back too in the real life. So this all is just so realistic here that iRacing gives us. So make sure you go check out iRacing.com and sign up for a low fee and get some free content, and you'd be able to get out here racing with these guys in the near future. But all right, well, back up to the lead here as we got Eric and Caleb Smith in at 25. He's up 6 positions there, Zach.
Yeah, great movement from a lot of drivers up through this field. I mean, you got big movers everywhere around here. So it shows you Daytona. I mean, everybody knows Daytona you can pass. That's the big thing, and the big thing you can do here at Daytona is you can make moves. It's just the risk versus reward when you
Mhm.
make moves. As we go, we got about a little bit of three wide action in near the back of the field, but they're going to sort that out as we head through turn one. Looks like it's starting to single file up. Maybe these guys here thinking about riding till a certain point and just trying to, because the big thing is you just need to survive to the end of this race and give yourself a shot. So if you get wrecked out here early, that that right there, you can throw the $50 and then bonus points out the window that you could possibly be earning here tonight. So I think a lot of guys are thinking about that, trying to get single filed out here, maybe ride around for a few laps and see how it shakes out from there once we get about 10 to go.
Yeah, and also to see where your car stacks up at, where the speed is, where you can make the run. Each car's different, handling wise, steering wheel wise, things like that. So you have to feel your car out every once in a while too. But I do, and I have to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving a shout out, and I found my favorite driver. I am staring at him right now, of Evan, in that Skittles car. I love you, man.
Yeah, you guys will learn here as you continue to tune in. Hopefully, here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. Robert is a candy guy. He loves his candy, his M&Ms, his Skittles, all that. So if you got a candy car out there and you got a Toyota, Robert's going to be a big fan of yours. So if you want to get in his good side, drive a candy Toyota car. I can tell you that much as a fact. As you can see now, Evan Coleman there in the 51, starting to jump up to the top line. The 24 of Brockton Packard there going to jump up to the top and try to get a little help there from the 51 of Evan Coleman. As they look at the run down the back straightaway here, they're going to pull even with the lead of Eric Stamp here in the 53 as they head down to turn 3 and 4. Great runs here. I said they were going to be patient, but I tell you what, patience can go out the window real quick here at Daytona, and these guys are back to racing hard for this win.
I was gonna say patience at Daytona is virtual. It ain't happening. You might ride for a lap or two, and then you just get antsy, and you're like, I know my car can draft good. I know my car can be up there, and my head goes to, I want to be in the lead. I want to be in the lead. Doesn't matter if you're in second, third, fourth, fifth, or all the way back to 17th position. Your brain instantly goes, I know I can get up there and lead some of this race.
No, definitely does. That's the first thing a lot of drivers think. I just want to get up front, and sometimes getting up front is the safest place to be. As we know, at any time here at Daytona, it could all end very quickly. So you got to keep that in mind when you come here to this 2.5 mile racetrack. Cause look at this down the front straightaway here. You got the 51 of Evan Coleman with the help from the 25 of Caleb Smith there in the top lane, trying to get the run to get to the outside here of the 24 Brockton Packard as he was able to utilize that outside line to take this lead. Let's see if anybody else can, because tell you what, the outside line through the races I've seen at Daytona lately, the outside line has been very, very strong. So we need to monitor that. Someone tries to stick it in the middle there. I believe that's the 38 of Shane Tyrion, I believe,
Oh,
in the lane there. As he
yeah, and
takes
Evan dropped down there and grabbed the 38 and left the 25 hang out of Smith.
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna have to learn the teams here because there's a lot of teammates in this session right here. I mean, I believe I read this. I hope I read this right. There's 9 teams here in the Adrenaline iRacing League. So, you know, plate racing, huge teamwork thing. So that could have maybe been a team thing. I need to check that out here. And as we go on, we will, we'll learn the whole the scheme of teams out here, the whole full scheme of it. So and be able to follow along with that a lot better as we got
Ooh,
13 to go.
ooh.
Big moves, Brockton Packard. They're jumping up to the top lane and blocking that run for the 51 of Evan Coleman. Great stuff here. Great runs. Oh, the 46 of
Oh,
Trenton jump a little sideways to Caleb 25
oh,
Caleb Smith, and it's going to be our second caution of the night here. And oh no, definitely
oh.
some damaged race cars there and some nights over for a few drivers.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wow. We'll have to see if that triggers. Well, I do got some off tracks. Let me see what I can find here. I don't know if I can find it because it's We'll go back here and see what we can catch here. Oh. Well, we can see some vehicles. Oh, there it is. Now it's finally triggering me there, Zach. All right, we'll go back here and let's see if we can see exactly. All right. He was already in the wreck. And
Yeah,
he was in the wreck. Yeah,
yeah,
so
like Walter there.
unfortunately, yeah, it's not showing me because cautions are not.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, just the tail end of it. It's actually not going to give me because it's not counting the cautions, so it's not triggering the yellow on my software.
Yeah, sometimes software can be mean to us, but yeah, it kind of all started there from the. You can see the 46 here coming right into the picture now of Trenton Jump, last season's Clash winner. He got a little bit wiggly there on the bottom, and I think he hit the apron once or twice there, and then from there, it kind of all went downhill for multiple drivers. As I believe Caleb Smith, Alex Walter. There's multiple drivers out here. I think their night is going to be done after that incident there because just too much damage on the race cars as a bunch of guys hitting pit road now to I think work on the race cars. And I mean, if if you got tires, might put them on, right?
Hey, might as well. I mean, why not? I mean, we got some cars that are just smoking, like the 63 of Alex. Unfortunately, his vehicle is smoking down pit road. Man, I don't know how many vehicles we're gonna have left here, Zach. Welcome to Daytona.
Yes, Daytona can be a graveyard sometimes for race cars. So this place is you either come out of here smiling usually or pretty upset. So it's one of them places where you never know when it's your time for the race to be over or when it's your time to make the move for the win. So it's a surprising place, and that's why it's the World Center of Racing. And we're having a great time here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Thank you everybody for tuning in and chatting it up out there. We love to see that. So let us know who you're rooting for. I see a lot of people out there rooting for drivers, so that's really cool to see. So it's going to be fun, and I can't wait for next week's 500K here at Daytona to kick off the season.
Yeah, we have people out there talking about the 500K here at Adrenaline iRacing League. So got a lot of fans out there. The league is a very good league, big league. So we want to say thank you again to the admins for letting Freaky Fast being part of this league, and looking forward to building a relationship. It's going to be fun for the next 20 weeks here, like you said, Zach, here with these guys out here for 20 weeks of action-packed racing. Oh, man, it's going to be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very fun.
When do we start? Oh, wait, we're already started.
Yeah, that's right. We already started this week, and we'll be back next Sunday at the same time. You're at the same place, Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So make sure you like and follow, and make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe on YouTube there, so you can be, notified when we go live here with the Adrenaline iRacing League. Well, I tell you what, we definitely have lost some race cars out here, but there's still plenty of race cars here to make stuff happen. That's the thing in Daytona. You don't really need too many race cars to make it exciting, and it should be very fun to watch these guys go to battle. With 13 to go, we still got a while to go. I mean, we're just past pretty much the halfway point of this race.
That is correct. So my question to you, Zach, now is how hard and when do you start pushing? And how hard can you push until this vehicles decide to overheat and you start getting the blinking redness on your dashboard, which is something you do not want to see.
Yeah, you're going to have to work that dashboard temperature gauge very well because it gets hot really quick when you push hard. So you're going to have to monitor that as the pace car pulls in this time. We're going to go back green flag racing here with 13 laps to go at the Adrenaline Clash here at Daytona as they head off to turn one. Looks like the 51, great restart for Evan Coleman. Man, oh man, what a start for him. He's going to actually pull ahead, about a whole car length ahead here Can he clear the bottom lane? He does. Let's see if he jumps down, decides to stay up top here with the 38 of Shane Tyrion. But I tell you what, like you're saying, Robert, it's overheating is a huge issue, and you got to have those temps in a well ordered before you can go and make a move out here and try to go and win this race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is blow up your motor. We've seen this a time in and time out at Daytona International Speedway, so them guys will be paying attention here. As it looks like we got, see here, the 61 of, who is that?
I believe that's Bronson Stafford.
Stafford.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. I'll be jumping up and down in my timing. Then we got Tanner Johnson out here in the 23. Everybody knows who good old Tanner Johnson is. And it says
Yes.
Tanner Johnson, Mr.
Oh, Trenton jump.
Oh,
Very big moment for the 46 and Trenton jump there as he had a moment again with the apron there. And remember, this is last season's winner of the Clash, so he's trying to go back to back here. But right now, having a little bit of trouble as he's going to fall back here to this 3-car pack and see if he can get back up to that bigger pack, because he definitely had a huge moment there as the racing up front too, starting to heat up too with that 24 Brockton Packard. Still leading this race, started from the front, and he's continuing to hold on to it in that 24.
so side by side right now here, looking at the number 2 of Jacob. Did I say that right?
Yes, Jacob.
Yes, thought so. Jacob of San Diego machine he's got going on out there for tonight's race. Go with as the laps count down. I think he's sitting in a good spot right now.
Yeah, if anything happens to, he's got a little bit of breathing room behind and a little bit of breathing room in front here for this 2 of Jacob. So if anything happens, he has a little bit more time to react to as we jump now to the front bumper of Dylan Browning here. This 12 machine, look at him pushing in this bottom lane, 3rd car in the bottom lane. You can see this view is very tough to see in these race cars. Oh man, we actually have 3 wide on the outside. I believe that is the 94 of Gilberto up there jumping up top, but he's going to fall back to that back of that top line. But he decided he wanted to go take it up to the 3rd lane. Nobody wanted to go with him, but that's definitely an option you have here at Daytona. So we'll have to see if anybody elects to take that option here as they come to 8 to go this time by.
Well, I brought up the weather so everybody can see the weather, because these cars are really, it looks like they're only 2-mile-per-hour winds, but it's acting like there's a 12-mile-per-hour wind out there, Zach. I mean, these cars are they just seem very unstable here right now.
Yeah, a lot of movement here at Daytona.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. A
But
lot of
more
movement.
than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, well, a lot of that is probably these guys are just taking bigger risks right now. This race is, this isn't a points race. Yes, there is rewards that go along with this race, but it's kind of, win or go home is the type of mentality I feel like these guys probably have right now. So they're trying to make things happen. Look at Evan Coleman. He's going to drop to that top lane. Now to 38, Shane Theory in there, and I believe that's Bronson Stafford in the 61. They're going to try to reform that top lane and see if they can have something happen here, as that bottom lane has kind of become dominant here through this last lap.
That is correct there, Zach. I think with 7 to go. Oh, as you can see, we're getting single file here. I think everybody's just going to sit back, take a deep breath, listen to your spotter, get back in line, and then wait to do that late break push. 2 laps to go I don't know, maybe even 1 lap to go is when you're going to want to do it, but if you're riding in the back like we do, got the number 52 of Grant here. He says, you know what? I'm not waiting. I got a damaged car. Somebody push me. I'm going for it.
Yeah, we have 3 cars electing that top lane right now. The 52 of Jacob T. Grant there. You see up on the outside lane. He's got the help of the 51 of Evan Coleman there, who did drop back there, as they also got Trenton Jump coming back into the picture in the 46. So he is caught back up to this pack. Remember, he's trying to go back to back here for the Adrenaline Clash. So see if he can position himself as tell you what, the laps are winding down as we'll be coming this time by here to 5 to go.
As we got the 23 of Tanner there jumping out, trying to see if he can get that high line to move here with 5 to go. It's going to start getting heated up, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready because the action is about ready to heat up here, Zach, as we're going to get 2 by 2. As we got the 24 of Broxton still leading there with the 53 of Eric. Right behind him or beside him?
Yeah, Eric Stamp's doing a great job making that bottom lane push and keeping that 24 nice and solid out front. And I believe the 24 is trying to do a good job of letting him cool his car down as he's giving him a little bit of a lane on entry and down the straightaways here to get some air to the nose because, like you said, cooling is a huge issue. Oh, look, I think now you got the 12 of Dylan Browning jumping out to the top side here as he's going to try to make a run with the help of Tanner Johnson on the outside lane here. As it's getting tight up front here with 4 to go. A lot of bobbing and weaving. The bottom lane, a little bit of movement there from Eric Stamp onto the apron. That's going to check up the bottom lane. Here comes the top lane. It's going to be a mega run from the outside as the bottom lane does not have the help there for Brockton Packard.
That is correct as that top line's moving. What a move by Tanner. Holy Shimoli.
Yeah, that was a great move. That was perfectly timed. And it's starting to get a little wild. Brockton Packard on the apron. Oh, can he hold on to it? He keeps it straight. As it'll come to 3 to go here. He's going to lose the draft, though, I believe, as now it's Dylan A. Browning there on the top lane with the help of Gilberto Javier Gomera in that 94 trying to help take this lead back on this outside lane. But Tanner Johnson with the help of Jacob T. Grant on the bottom with Shane Theory. And also, it's going to be a drag race down to the very end of this thing as they'll be coming to two to go this next time by.
2 to go next time by, and side by side going down the back stretch to go into turn 3 and 4 as they go side by side down in here. And man, that was a wild last lap, man. I hate to see what 2 laps are going to look like or this last lap as they're coming up on a lap traffic vehicle here. And also to answer the question to Dean Williams out there, this is the new Daytona, not the old Daytona. So it is a little bumpy, but not as bumpy as the old Daytona that we had here in iRacing. So yeah, it's a little bit of bumpiness, but I don't think it's to the point that's going to throw the cars all over this bad. It's just like Zach saying that these guys are getting everything they can out of these vehicles. They're pushing, they're banging, they're hitting. And then when you push that hard somebody, it just really upsets the car is what it really does. It just makes the car so wiggly and loose, and then you're trying to counter-react to save it, and then the guy in front hits the guy in the front of him. You know what I mean? So it's just a cause of constant chain reaction. But as we got the 46 going in the middle there, Zach.
White flag in the air here. Dylan Browning with the help from Gilberto Javier Gomera making the lead pass there on the bottom lane. He has the help of Tanner Johnston now, but now outside lane of Trenton Jump trying to go, remember, back-to-back here in the clash. Can he do it here? He's working that outside lane. He's got a big run coming down the back straightaway with the help of Eric Stamp here. What's going to happen? Here's Tanner Johnson giving the push to the back of Dylan Browning as they head down to 3 and 4. Oh, look at the beating on the back bumper. This is going to get wild as they come out of 4. Oh, they're beating and banging. It's wrecking. Dylan Browning, can he hold on to this here in the 12 as they come off of 4? He's not going to have anybody near him. Dylan A. Browning is your clash winner here tonight at Daytona for the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. Jacob T. Grant is going to come home in the second position with Eric Stamp bringing it home in third. What a wild finish. I tell you what, that was that is definitely wild. It was setting up for something spectacular, definitely.
Yeah, with 3 laps to go, the heat was heating, and man, it just boiled right over on that last lap. If no one enjoyed that, man, I don't know what to tell you, because you should be hitting that reaction button and like button as the fireworks are going off for this number 12 of Browning. Great job. He's going to win $50 iRacing credit. I also want to hear what he's going to do about these bonus points. I want to know if he's going to carry them into the playoffs, or if he's going to use them through the season, or however that actually works, or when is the deadline for them to give that final answer, Zach. You know, it might not be tonight. They might be able to wait a week or 2 into the season to see where the season sits. I don't know. That's something that we would have to find out, but we would let you know next week when we know. But what a way to start the season out here with a Gentleman Racing League here with Browning bringing home that victory there, Zach.
Yeah, congrats to Dylan Browning there. got the great push, I gotta say, from Gilberto there in the 94. Man, I'm telling you, the 94 gave him such a good push to get to the lead. And then the 94 tried to make the move to get to the outside lane and make that work. And he kind of got shuffled out 3 wide, and they went to the middle on him and kind of got him stuck out the dry. So that was great stuff to see. Great racing here at Daytona. What a great way to start off here with the Adrenaline iRacing League. So congrats to Dylan Browning, but I believe we will be back in one moment as we get our top 3 finishers here and have a chat with them.
That is correct. We will be right back here. To stay tuned for the top 3 post-race interview here with the Adrenaline Racing League and Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
All right, we are back here for our post-race interviews after tonight's amazing Clash race. 25 laps of greatness here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. It was wild down to the very end. But first up here, we got our third place finisher of Eric Stamp in the 53. And let's see what he has to think after this race here tonight and see what he can bring into next week at Daytona. Hey, Eric, it's Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, Eric, what a fantastic race here tonight, man. That was a wild one down to the very end there. You know, you had yourself up front here tonight, leading some laps in that 53 machine, started in that 3rd position. You are a past winner on the plate races. You know, how was the racing in general out here tonight? I mean, it was only 25 laps, but it was intense, definitely, for most of it.
Yeah, the cars were a lot more on edge than I think we were all expecting. I think that showed through the whole race because just anytime going into the corner, it just felt light, and especially when you were second in line behind someone pushing them. Because I know we had both our cautions were caused by the same thing of someone going in to turn 3 and getting loose like that, and then Brockton and I also had that same thing happen. So it was scary.
Yeah, you know, that's a great point you brought there, Eric. You know, we've seen a lot of movement there, so it definitely seemed like the cars were a handful here tonight. So saying that, what do you think you've learned going into next week? Because we got a big race coming up next week here. How do you think you can take anything in from this race and use it for next week at Daytona?
I'm gonna try to get my teammates and get up on the high line and just ride up there for most of the race if we can.
Yeah, definitely. The high line looked like it had something working there for sure. It definitely seemed like a good line to use, and that bottom lane definitely looked like the scarier place to be possibly for that instability.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Eric, great finish here to start off the season, man, for yourself. 3rd here tonight, and I'm sure you're excited to go into next week. Anybody want to send a shout to before we let you go, man, and get prepared for next week here at Daytona?
Just gotta give thanks to team owner Justin Teal for painting this beautiful car and all the cars on our team. We also see it on Tanner Johnson's car's logo. Just phenomenal job getting this out there.
Well, thank you very much, Eric. Great finish tonight, man, in 3rd, and we will catch you next week here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, man.
I'll probably see you in the interview. See ya.
Awesome. All right, that was Eric Stamp, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Now we have Jacob T. Grant in the 52 as he was able to get through that final wreck there to bring it home in the 2nd position here tonight. See what he has to think on the racing out here. Hey, Jacob, it's Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jacob, man, well, great finish for yourself tonight, man. The second place position. You know, you probably would have wanted to be one more position higher, but that was a great race nonetheless. You know, we just got done talking to Eric there in his position. He said that the car, he just was very surprised about how unstable and, you know, how weird the cars kind of felt. You know, did you feel that from your side of the race car?
Yeah, like coming into like in the practice that we were doing before, the cars, I sort of felt it a little bit, but I couldn't really tell because I couldn't get a big pack to tell how bad it was. And then whenever we started racing, it got super sketchy, and it just going into three, especially with the draft or somebody behind you really close, it just upset the car really bad.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what Eric said. He said going down to 3 was just very, very sketchy, and it definitely looked like that from our side. I mean, that was where most of the incidents took place there, going down to 3 on that bottom lane. So, you know, heading off into next week, we come back here to Daytona for the 500K. How do you feel about going to that? What can you take from tonight? You feel like you learned, and what do you expect for next week?
Um, just be patient. Don't There's no point in trying to push the guy who's in second, pushing the guy who's up front, if that makes any sense. It's better off to just ride around and be patient and avoid the wrecks because they're gonna happen.
That's a fact, my friend. So wise wisdom here from Jacob on what we got. He's got to do next week here at Daytona. Congrats on the second place finish here tonight, man. In the 52. Anybody want to send a shout out to before we let you go and get ready for next week here at Daytona?
Yeah, I would like to thank you guys first off for broadcasting this league. We Hopefully it'll be a fun one. Hopefully it'll be a really exciting. I'm glad to have you guys on board with us. Um, I would like to thank MOB Designs for being on the car tonight, sponsoring us tonight. They make stickers and stuff. You can go and follow them on Instagram at MOB Designs or MOB_designs. And then you can get some custom stickers made, custom t-shirts, custom hats. Some really cool stuff. Um, I would like to thank Rogue Energy, Kong Beer Bong, and High Five Racing for putting me in the 52 car this year for them.
Awesome stuff, Jacob, man. Well, congrats on second, and we will catch you next week here at Daytona, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Jacob T. Grant there, bringing home the second position tonight in that 52 machine. Now we'll move on to our race winner. Won $50 here tonight and has a choice between 10 regular season points and 5 playoff points. So that's something we're going to have to ask him about, what he thinks he'll do in that position. But let's see what Dylan Browning has to say after winning here tonight at Daytona. Hey, Dylan, it's Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Dylan. Well, great win here tonight, man. You had the move down at the very end there to get this win with the help from the 94 there, and you were able to hold on there on the bottom lane coming down to the checkered flag, man. How was the racing out there? We heard from the other two drivers that we talked to, very sketchy on that bottom lane going down into 3. So, what was it like from your driver's seat tonight?
I just felt like I had to put myself where I felt like the luck would be in my favor because it was pretty wild out there. There's a lot of wrecks and just had to get through the chaos.
Yeah, well, you did an amazing job to get through the chaos. You were one of the only people to make it through the chaos there at the very end, coming out of 4, able to bring home the victory here tonight. Now you bring home $50 here tonight, so that's awesome. But the thing I really want to ask you about is you got the choice between 10 regular season points or 5 playoff points. Me and Robert were up here kind of discussing that, that's an interesting decision. So what's your thoughts on that, and what do you feel like you're going to choose maybe?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the regular season points. Uh, I mean, because last year I didn't make the playoffs, so I got to make sure I make the playoffs first.
Well, that's a very valuable thing right there. I said that's exactly what we were talking about, and that's awesome to hear. So thank you for letting us know, your decision making there, because that's a really big choice coming out of here tonight. So that was really cool to see. I like how they added that in there with the prizes. So congrats on the victory here tonight. Anything you can take, you feel like tonight. I mean, you brought home the win, so of course you want to go into next week at the 500K and hopefully be able to put yourself in the same position. But is there anything you feel like you could bring out of here tonight? As I asked the other 3 drivers, anything they learned here tonight?
Well, I didn't mean to start in the pits, but that ended up helping me, so maybe I'll do that again.
Well, that's interesting.
Uh, because running in the back was really what kept me out of trouble until the end. So I'll probably end up running in the back of that race.
Well, that's definitely a great strategy here at Daytona to stay out of trouble. So hopefully it'll play out for you that way, my friend here. But great win tonight, Dylan. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to broadcast. But before we let you go, man, celebrate this victory. Anybody want to send a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to the new team that I just got drafted to. Uh, it's going to be awesome working with those guys, Matt and Brockton over there. And like they pretty much just announced it during the race. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, 1 second.
No, you're good.
Shadow Racing. Just had to shout out that team.
Oh, my bad.
And yeah, I'm gonna shout out. My mom is watching right now, so shout out to her. And yeah, shout out to Tanner running this really fun league I've been in for 3 seasons now. So it's always a good time.
Well, Dylan, we are happy to be a part of it too, man. So we are gonna get to watch your guys' season here in 2021. It's gonna be very exciting. 20 weeks of amazing, action-packed racing out on the racetrack. So congrats tonight on the victory, man. And we will catch you next week at Daytona. And hopefully, maybe we're talking to you at Victory Lane again.
Thank you.
You have a great night, Dylan.
All right, thanks. You too.
All right, that was Dylan A. Browning here, your race winner tonight here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. And man, what a crazy clash race that was. So fun to watch, so fun to broadcast up here in the booth, Robert. Man, I had a blast. But here are our race results after tonight's wonderful clash race. Here, as you see, Dylan A. Browning bringing home the victory in that 12 machine, followed by Jacob T. Grant in the 52. Third is going to go to Eric Stamp in the 53. Fourth is going to be Evan Coleman in that 51 machine. Fifth is going to be last season's winner of the clash of Trenton Jump in that 46. Sixth is going to go to Tanner Johnson. Seventh is going to be Brockton Packard. Eighth will go to Gilberto Javier Gomera. Ninth is going to be Jacob Hop. 10th is going to go to Alton Greatorex. 11th is Logan Breaky. 12th, Shane Therian in the 38 machine. 13th is going to go to Bronson Stafford. 14th, Tyler Stooksbury. 15th, Matthew Rodriguez. 16th, Alex Walter. 17th is going to go to Spencer Hardingson. 18th, Caleb Smith. 19th, Braxton D. Wise. 20th is Tyler Tomasi. 21st, Matt Dyer, and rounding out your field in the 22nd position is Tom Bourne, as that is our race results here tonight from the Adrenaline iRacing League for their Adrenaline Clash here tonight before we go to Daytona again next week and kick off the season for round number 1 here for 125 laps. So it's going to be really fun to see how that all shakes out, and we're going to have a great field coming back here next Sunday.
That is correct, Zach. Good call. And thank you, everybody out there, for tuning in here with the Adrenaline iRacing League. It was a pleasure for me and Zach to call the race here at the Daytona International Speedway. We do appreciate everybody tuning in here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But, well, we're going to pack up our stuff up here tonight as we end the clash here for Freaky Fast all season. There will be no more clash racing here, as this was the last one that we'll be broadcasting here in the 2021 season, as we get ready to roll on to race number 1 with these guys and all the other stuff we have going on here. So that's man, what we seen here tonight, Zach, and we could see this next week. Oh my Lord, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, because we could see some heated racing going on in a good way, I do believe. I'm not sure about you, Zach, but if there's any other thoughts and final thoughts that you'd like to say here tonight, Zach, if not, we're going to get ready to sign off and hopefully catch everybody again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I just want to echo your statement of I can't wait for next week. It's going to be fun to kick off the season here, as we kicked it off tonight, but officially kick it off here with round number 1 of our 20-week season here at the Adrenaline iRacing Cup Series. It's going to be so fun to watch. just the rivalries, the storylines build throughout the whole entire season, and we can't wait to be a part of it. So thank you all for letting us become part of it, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
That is correct. And I do want to give a shout out for last but not least to the league owner, admins, and everybody and team owners that do all this here at the Adrenaline iRacing League. Thank you to Tanner for giving the shout out. I want to give him a shout out for getting us all the storylines for me and Zach to read and letting all the viewers know what's going on with this league. We do much appreciate it. But with that being said, we want to say up here freaking fast, God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.